Hello everyone, it's Jay, and I know yesterday's video had a lot of things. I was actually already had another video set and ready. I was planning on uploading it as soon as I got home, and then I watched, mainly listened to some YouTube videos, primarily Philip DeFranco, and he's not my primary source on things. I was just listening in, and I wanted to give my 2 cents on a few things, because I was reminded that these things happened. And first off, the eclipse was awesome. And two, my opinion on Charlottesville hasn't changed. I still think both sides need to get a good hard look at themselves. And I'm not a supporter of Black Lives Matter. I need to make that abundantly clear. I do believe in their message, but let me get back to that in just a minute. The alt-right, there was something very important that not a lot of people really get into that. The creator of the alt-right has actually said that the alt-right did not start off the way that we see it today, because different people essentially signed on with it. They took it as their moniker, and they ran with it, and they used to be the minority. These white supremacists used to be like, their voice wasn't well heard in there, because they had a lot more vocal people as the majority. But as these white supremacists started to grow in the alt-right, we came to Charlottesville being the end result. Some estimates show that the alt-right used to be 5% white supremacists, where now it's kind of switched to the other side. I don't think it's 95%, but I haven't seen any solid numbers on that. Now then, that being said, Black Lives Matter started off the exact same way. Just boom. But with them pulling up arms against people, planning attacks against people, a lot of other things, and some of them went really well in their favor. They attacked, assaulted people, and they proved that they weren't going to take crap from people. But then there were other times where the police were warned ahead of time, got a crackdown on it, and thankfully no one was hurt. And a lot of this isn't hitting the news. I've had to do a lot of digging on this myself to actually see some of this. And one of the main reasons I don't source my materials on here is I want to be challenged. I want you guys to do in your own research and show me things, because I'd be more than happy to be proven wrong on things. I'm not a news source. I'm a podcaster. I don't mean to bring the podcaster's name down on anything. It's just I use this as a way to get my thoughts out. And so with that comes a lot of poor management skills on how I talk and what I say. And that's sort of the nature of this. Very similar to the journals of LiveJournal, or just how I ran things when I was doing my journal on DeviantArt. And if you go and check out my old DeviantArt, you'll see how much I've matured if you actually know me in person. Along with how much how much my style of talking hasn't changed, how I do get things out, but I'm doing it in a more mature fashion. I want people to understand that I'm trying to grow up every day, and I want to do more good things. Now, that being said, yeah, feel free to tell me I'm wrong and prove to me that I'm wrong. Because if you just tell me I'm wrong, I'm just going to be like, okay, well, I'll put in 5 minutes of research since you can't put in one. So, yeah. And trust me, I've just disproven people with 5 minutes of research, and they kept on going and going and going. And so, yeah, if I prove you wrong, please admit it. Don't continue on your uninformed tirades, because if you do, let me tell you a story. Back in 2014, when I had moved, or when I was living in the greater Salt Lake City area, I was living in what's known as the 500 apartments, or the 500 townhomes, as I think they're called. They're called one of the two. I was in a townhome, and I had put up a status essentially saying that I find it funny that overall blacks are the most racist. At least I think that's the wording that I use. It was either blacks are the most racist or whites are the least racist. And I had someone who was a feminist straight up attack me for that. And I brought up many facts. I used news articles. I used tons of research. I used everything that I could on that. And I actually learned about reverse racism, or at least one of the terms of reverse racism. And that was being the fact that there are people who are black who, like, there is a subset of racism. So, if you are black, you are apparently better the lighter your skin is. That's how it's seen. Like, I'm not making any of this shit up on here. It's kind of appalling, because that's the type of racism I was talking about. And I brought up multiple things that had happened to me. I had lost a job, or I had lost a promotion because these people were minorities. Blacks, Hispanics, women. I was seen as a straight white male. It's not entirely true, but that's how most people saw me. And so I was passed up for opportunities. Some of these people who got these jobs over me, they're like, you were the first person I thought they'd hire on. And this wasn't just one time. This was like, I tried for this promotion 3 times, and people who were minorities got it over me. And I brought that up. I brought the fact that it was admitted to me by the managers there that they think that it was a bad decision for them to pass me up. And these women wouldn't admit it. Well, one of them is now a guy. I think he was actually transitioning over to a guy at that time. And I was trying to show as much respect as possible for that, so I wasn't calling him by his birth name. I was using male pronouns as much as possible. And that was the first time I was called cisgender. Cis white male. And that's why I hate the term cis. Seriously. You're going to use an insult? A word created to be an insult from all the research that I've done on it anyway. And you are part of the LGBTQAI community. I think that's all of the... I like the term gender aware. I think that's what it is. It sort of encompasses all of that rather nicely. It doesn't encompass all of it, so I take that back. But yeah. Anyway, and I also brought up this thing that happened up in New York, where so up in New York, or a lot of firefighters, you have to pass a certain test to get a promotion. And these firefighters passed this test. These white firefighters passed this test. But in order to appear as though they weren't racist, and due to the fact that only the white guys passed, none of the blacks or Hispanics passed there, the white guys couldn't be promoted because no one wanted to look racist. That is some bullshit. Someone earns their position. They are told, this is what happens and these are the results. And they are told that they cannot get this promotion, they cannot get this raise, or whatever they were truly getting. Because these guys didn't want to appear racist. How messed up is that? I don't even remember what point I was getting at on there. Oh, yeah. Back up what you tell me. Show me. Don't just say blah, 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 blah. Because, yeah, I'm not going to deal with systematic racism. At least it's highly unlikely that I won't. Obviously, there are people who are white who got to deal with it. But I'm not really putting myself in a position where I have to deal with it. For many reasons. I have a daughter I need to worry about. I have a family I need to raise. So I'm going to do what I can to make sure that I can progress in life. Just like I would want any person of color to do the same. Now, if they do get themselves in the position where they might deal with it and they have to deal with it, it's fucked up, yeah. Hell yeah. I'm not going to say, oh, you put yourself in that position. I'm like, well, bro, that's fucked up. That this type of systematic racism is still existing in this day and age. Despite the fact that it shouldn't be. Despite the fact that we have all of these great, wonderful things and these open-minded businesses. Yeah. But then you have people like the alt-right, the neo-Nazis, trying to essentially make America white again, even though, fuck you, Native American right here. At least partially Native American. Like many of you are. You guys who are Christian, who are claiming to be Christians, yet hating on Jews. What the hell's wrong with you? Jesus was Jewish! If you're claiming to be a Nazi, you're claiming Nazi monikers. You are not a Christian. Because you'll be spreading the hate of the Jesus man. The Big J. And, yeah, it's not right. But don't attack your allies in this. Yes, I probably shouldn't have said that. And I'm outing myself now by saying, yeah, I said this. But it holds to be true. I brought up evidence that supported it. That, yeah, there are people who are white who who have to deal with systematic racism here and there. Not nearly to the same level as people of color, blacks, Hispanics, Asians, whoever. But don't attack me with no information. That's the point I want to get at. There is a large lack of information going around. Like, the president said that the counter protesters didn't have any type of permits to be there when they had to. Another good one. The whole Boston thing. It was set up before Charlottesville, but you had like 40 people who, in many eyes, had an extremely diverse group of people there, talking on different things. And they were saying, yeah, I may not agree with you, but I'm here to listen. And all these other things. And you had all these people talking about racism and Nazis and stuff like that. And I don't know what's true and what isn't on it. And that's the problem. Not knowing. Have a large lack of information. And you think, yeah, the internet's this great source of information, but what if it's true? And I don't know what to say to that. I wish I did, and it scares me how little I really know on this. I'm outright terrified as to what this country is going to, or what it's becoming. And you know what? I still don't like Trump. I think that maybe he could have some good ideas, but there's a lot of bullshit going around right now. And I'd rather not be a part of it. But here I am voicing my opinion. There are a lot of other things out there. And yeah. Anyway, to anyone who's watching this video, I ask of you one thing. Comment on here and tell me what kind of chicken-based meal you would like me to make for my dinner tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. What kind of chicken-based meal would you like me to make? You can be broad, you can be specific, and I might actually make it. That's where I'm going to leave things today, because I've done a lot of talking and a lot of rambling, and I want you all to know that I support equal rights, and that's why I can talk smack on the neo-Nazis and the Black Lives Matters, because from what I've seen, they're not supporting equal rights. They're trying to push an agenda in the wrong direction. And I don't think that's right. It's why I don't agree with the modern feminist movement. Now, for those of you who think that I'm just a white male who wants everything to himself, one of my favorite years, and this is something that's rather recent, but one of my favorite years is 1919. Take that into consideration. Anyway, I will see you, actually, no, you will see me in the next video. I will see you in the comments section. Bye-bye!